I genuinely think that's my new favorite song. Nope. I'm just dumb. No, I'm just dumb. Nope. You can't run my name through the dirt. I was made from it. All right, guys, so we're back, and today we're talking about some more NF. Specifically, we're going to be covering Destiny, not the music video for it. I thought I had a music video. I got tricked. I got tricked for just a second by a fan edit, because normally the fan edits that I find, and there's always a fan edit every time there's a song, and sometimes when there is a music video, but every time there's a song that doesn't have a music video, the fans will take it upon themselves, and that's fine. I'm not trying to come down on fan edits. They're cool. People love the music. They want to make something cool with it. They want to piece some stuff together. That's fine. I don't have anything against that. But usually when I've found them, they'll have like a little disclaimer in the description saying this is not an official music video. This is a fan edit, some kind of blurb down there to make it clear. This one did not. And it was pretty well made, like at least from scrubbing through, just kind of looking at what was in there. And it did kind of look like it was pulling from potentially a bunch of different music videos, but I couldn't be sure. It was a lot of stuff that I hadn't seen before from NF. So I was like, I don't know if this is supposed to be a music video. But then as I looked through the channel that it was on, I just did some digging. And I tried, when I do this, when I go out hunting for this stuff, I don't want to uncover too much, because I might mess something up and hear something I'm not supposed to before I should. But anyway, what we've got here, what we've got for this video is just a good old fashioned run of the mill lyric video. So we can have nice, big, readable lyrics up on the screen for Destiny. So let's go ahead and get this started, guys. No more dilly-dallying. This is Destiny by NF from the Perception album. Let me get this view up. There we go. Okay. I wasn't sure if that was coming in here from my speakers for a second.
I talk to God like what's next for me. I'm just fulfilling my destiny. Fulfilling my destiny, yeah. I talk to God like what's next for me. I'm just fulfilling my destiny. I'm just fulfilling my destiny. Yeah. I told y'all I'm a psycho. Ain't no telling what I might do. Yeah. Y'all put his hands around my throat, so I cut him off. That's what you get for stepping on my toes. At the top of the key, that's an ISO. My career about to take off flight mode. You don't like where we're headed? What you sitting on my flight for, huh? Yeah. They said wait until your time comes. Nope, time's up. You put in the album, got you thinking it's your birthday. Woo! Yeah, I'm full of surprises. A lot of pressure on the record, so you know I'm making diamonds. Tell me, how would you define this? You witnessing the finest. Yeah, you never know what you can do until you try it. I've been working late nights like I'm Letterman. He ain't working anymore, well forget it then. Somebody get the sedatives. Too late, yeah, the light bulb's on from my head again. Where is Edison from my adrenaline? Rushing through my veins like it's never did. Walk it is the body, man, if you ain't got the head with it. Since I get up in a pessimist, I like to focus on the negatives. Oh Lord! I talk to God like what's next for me. I'm just fulfilling my destiny. Yeah, my pops told me he was proud. I don't think he knew what that meant to me.
Oh, interesting. I was about to pause it. That's okay. I was about to pause it right before that line right there. Let me make sure, because I'm gonna go ahead and pull this up, have some fun with this view. Man, I gotta reformat how I put these lyrics in here, because they are just bunched up. This is a work in progress, guys. Okay, we're trying to figure this out. But let me see. So yeah, that last line right before I paused it, my pops told me he was proud. I don't think he knew what that meant to me. That hits different after hearing Let You Down, because I mean, that was so focused on that relationship with his father, kind of how he viewed that and not wanting to become his father. And now we're getting another line in here about that relationship, talking about what that dynamic is like, that even though he's got all those issues with his dad, even still hearing from his father that he's proud of him does something for him. So that's interesting. That's a really cool line. But then the rest of this, I mean, it's an interesting kind of, I wouldn't say contradiction, excuse me, but it feels like a flex track, especially in the verses, but then in these little kind of refrains and even at the beginning, I'm pull the lyrics back up. This is going to be my favorite view. I'm going to have this up like all the time. I need to get the frame just right for this. But I talk to God like, what's next for me? I'm just fulfilling my destiny, fulfilling my destiny. I talk to God like, what's next for me? I'm just fulfilling. And he repeats that over and over again. Then we even go back into it whenever we get into that part. I talk to God like, what's next for me? I'm just fulfilling my destiny. Then he talks about my pops. He's proud of me. I don't think he knew what that meant to me. So, I mean, we're going back to God, and then we have this other kind of measuring stick for Nate feeling like he's on the right path, like he's fulfilling something that is worthwhile. And that in that first bit, it was just asking God, am I fulfilling my destiny? What's next for me? Lead me, show me where you want me to go. Am I doing what you had planned for me? But then we get to the second part, and we even have this other barometer for how well he's doing that he didn't even know was going to hit him that hard. Well, I guess he doesn't say that. I'm not going to put that on him, because he says, I don't think he knew what that meant to me. He doesn't think his father knows what that meant to him. And that might be because they've had such a strained relationship. It might be that the father might think that when he says he's proud of Nate, it doesn't really land all that well because of that strained relationship. But, you know, NF saying here that it actually does mean a lot to him. So interesting stuff. So like we've got this kind of juxtaposition, this kind of back and forth between this flex track kind of talking his crap again. I try not to, well, I generally don't cuss in my videos at all. And I don't cuss a whole lot in real life either. But whenever I'm talking about hip hop, you get on that but it's Nate. We gotta, no cussing. We can't be cussing around NF. But anyway, guys, sorry, I don't know why I got off on that. Looking at this, we already see him doing something fun. We see Nate doing something fun, bouncing back and forth between this like flex track type of attitude with the verses. Tell me how would you define this? You're witnessing the finest. You never, bring up the lyrics again. I've been working late nights like I'm Letterman. That one was funny. He ain't working anymore. Well, forget it then. I like that. But yeah, so it's this kind of flex track type of attitude. But then once we get to these choruses, these refrains, it's going back to God. It's going back to those classic things that kind of measure success on a personal level above and beyond just kind of the bravado and just kind of saying like, I got this. I'm working harder than all of y'all. Y'all can't keep up with me. And then we bring it back down to earth. So anyway, I think that's cool. We're already doing something cool here. Let's keep doing some cool stuff. Let's move on with it. Stop yapping. Oh, got to bring it back up. Now that I'm doing this on the stream deck, I got to remember to press the right buttons so that you guys aren't in the dark.
Yeah, my pops told me he was proud. I don't think he knew what that meant to me. Yeah, you try to take advantage of me. Before you die, you'll be dead to me. Before you die, you'll be dead to me. Laughing, they question me. Y'all ain't no threat to me. Yeah, I'm just fulfilling my destiny.
Man, wait.
I'm just fulfilling my destiny.
Sorry, I want to roll that back because like I was taking it in, but
I feel like he knew what that meant to me. Yeah, you try to take advantage of me. Before you die, you'll be dead to me. Before you die, you'll be dead to me. Laughing, they question me. Y'all ain't no threat to me. Yeah, I'm just fulfilling my destiny. I'm just fulfilling my destiny. To the death of me. I'm just fulfilling my destiny. I'm just fulfilling my destiny. I'm just fulfilling my destiny. To the death of me. I'm just fulfilling my destiny. You know I keep it real honest, real topics. Ain't no way I will stop it. Chills watching everything that's going on around me. They wonder if I still got it. I'm still rhyming, just another day in paradise. Phil Collins, till you put your hands on me. Yeah, now we got a real problem. Pay homage, make comments. We in the same genre, but I can guarantee.
Was that? So okay.
Yeah, now we got a real problem. Rhyming, just another day in paradise. Phil Collins.
Phil Collins. So put your hands on me. Wait, okay, wait. We found a reason to use the okay, we'll do that one. Why is my camera not showing up on that one? Okay, well, guess we'll do it there. Let me pull that window up. Wait. Childhood abuse. Based on available records, there's no public information or personal disclosure indicated Phil Collins suffered from childhood abuse. What's the Phil Collins reference then? He said, put your hands on me. Is it something to do with the Nope. I'm just dumb. No, I'm just dumb. Nope. 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 I'm just dumb. See? No, I'm just dumb. Moving on.
I still got it, I'm still rhyming, just another day in paradise. Phil Collins, till you put your hands on me, yeah, now we got a real problem. Pay homage, make comments, we in the same genre, but I can guarantee we don't put out the same product. Get away from me, there ain't nothing you can say to me. Try to run my name through the dirt, that's fine, I was made from it. You ain't made it till they bring shirts with your face on them. Outside trying to sell them at your shows, those are fake, dummy. This is something can nobody ever take from me, no mistake.
So yeah, I was waiting to see if there's anything that kind of went on from that, but I didn't like that. Run my name through the dirt. That's fine. I was made from it. Kind of talked about we come from the dirt. Talked about creation. That's a pretty cool bar. It's like you can't run my name through the dirt. I was made from it. I was made from the dirt. You can't possibly run my name through the dirt. Anyway, let's run that back a little bit.
What's going on around me? They wonder if I still got it. I'm still rhyming, just another day in paradise. Phil Collins, till you put your hands on me, yeah, now we got a real problem. Pay homage, make comments, we in the same genre, but I can guarantee we don't put out the same product. Get away from me, there ain't nothing you can say to me. Try to run my name through the dirt, that's fine, I was made from it. You ain't made it till they print shirts with your face on them.
I like that too.
Sell them at your shows, those are fake, dummy. This is something can nobody ever take from me, no mistake of me. Take a blade to me, take a vein from me. Let me know what you get when you pull the DNA from me. No matches, I've been the baddest, no way to match it. You never seen the passion that's even half this. I'm wreaking havoc, I think the fact that you think I'm average is kind of madness. So quit your nagging, you couldn't fathom it, I've imagined. Forget the mansion, I'm in the attic, it's pretty graphic, but had to happen. You don't see it, get your glasses, forget the status. Yeah, I feel like we might be on the come up.
Okay, he went into something completely different there, so I'm gonna run it back. I'm gonna hear that from the beginning, but let me go back here. Oh man, I gotta find my place in my lyrics real quick, because dang, there's a lot there, and I just want to make sure I'm actually unpacking it. Okay, I'm seeing the Phil Collins line here. I'm gonna pull up my lyrics real quick. So I did see the reference to mansions, or to mansion, that he's in the attic. It's, what did he say? It's like horrific, wreaking havoc, DNF from me. Oh wait, no, it's after that. Forget the mansion, I'm in the attic. It's pretty graphic, but had to happen. You won't see it. You won't see it, get your glasses, forget the status. But as he got to the end there, what I love is he was just spitting. I mean, this feels like I said, this is definitely in that same family as like a flex track. It's got that in the lyrics of the verses, but then the refrain pulls it so far back from that. It's just resigned. It's, I'm just fulfilling my destiny. And there's a way he could have played that would have come off even more flexy, is like, this is just my destiny. This is what I was meant for. But it's not quite that. He begins the song, and then throughout he goes back to it. I talk to God like, what's next for me? So it's not this prideful, this is my destiny and you weren't made for what I was made for. That's not what he's saying. He's saying he looks to God and God guides him and leads him to what's next for him, and he's fulfilling the destiny that God's laid out for him. And if a lot of other people would look to God and say to God, what's next for me, and follow that plan, you might be, I don't want to get too close to prosperity gospel here. I don't want to be necessarily touching on that whole area of hypocrisy, heretical theology. But I'm not going to tell you how I really feel. So we're not going to get into prosperity gospel here, but still kind of the message here would not necessarily be that he's pridefully proclaiming this is my destiny, it's not your destiny. He's saying I'm on my destiny path because I'm looking to the one who planned it out, not because he's got this grand design, but he's following the one who does. And so, yeah. I think this is such a cool song. This might be like, I'm not blowing smoke here. This might be my new favorite. I'm going to listen to it a few more times of the next hour. I'm going back. We might stick around. I might make this a long video and we might listen to this entire song again after I'm done with this, because I really want to hear kind of the full flow of this. But anyway, let me make sure, get back to, okay, this is where he just started going nuts towards the end of that bit. Okay, we'll start here.
Pay homage, make comments, we in the same genre, but I can guarantee we don't put out the same product. Get away from me, there ain't nothing you can say to me. Try to run my name through the dirt, that's fine, I was made from it. You ain't made it till they print shirts with your face on them. Outside trying to sell them at your shows, those are fake, dummy. This is something can nobody ever never take from me. No mistake of me, take a blade to me, take a vein from me. Let me know what you get when you pull the DNA from me. Woo! No matches,
like
I've been the baddest. No way to match it. You never seen a passion that's even half this. I'm wreaking havoc. I think the fact that you think I'm average is kind of madness. So quit your nagging. You couldn't fathom it. I've imagined. Forget the mansion. I'm in the attic. It's pretty graphic, but had to happen. You don't see it. Get your glasses. Forget the status. Yeah, I feel like we might be on the come up all day. Knew I was a problem. How I showed up. Did not have to sell out, but the show does.
Nice.
Why I do it, so I told them. I'm just fulfilling my destiny. I'm just fulfilling my destiny. All day, to the death of me. I'm just fulfilling my destiny. I'm just fulfilling my destiny. I'm just fulfilling my destiny. All day, to the death of me. I'm just fulfilling my destiny. I'm just fulfilling my destiny. I'm just fulfilling my destiny. All day, to the death of me. I'm just fulfilling my destiny. I'm just fulfilling my destiny. I'm just fulfilling my destiny. All day, to the death of me. I'm just fulfilling my destiny.
Good stuff. I have a feeling that's the end, and we're just going to be on a fade out. So I'm gonna start talking, but let it keep playing on the fade out here. But yeah, I think we're good. So, man, I genuinely think that's my new favorite song. That's my new favorite NF song. I'm gonna listen. We're gonna listen to this again. If you're here for a long video, this is the video for you. Stick around. We're going to listen to it again. Is my thing playing up there? That's on a 40-minute loop. I don't know how long I've been recording because this isn't the first thing I recorded. So that might end on us here if this ends up being too long of a video. But anyway, there's something that struck me as I was going through the very last bit of this, the very, very last bit of this song. And I don't know. I want to cover it after I've listened to the song one more time. So that's a little enticement. Either skip to the end here after I've listened to it all over again. Stick with me. I'm going to talk over it a little bit here and there just because, again, I don't ever want to be a substitute for the original thing. I don't want to have a chunk where I'm just playing the whole thing uninterrupted necessarily. And who knows, I might break what I just said a second ago and actually stop it at some point and say stuff. Who knows? It's my channel. I'll do what I want. So let's watch this. I'm actually going to put myself up here and we can see this lyric. Well, no, because I'm going to be cutting off some of it, I think. Yeah, we'll see. I'll be tiny. No, I'm blocking it already.
I'm just fulfilling my destiny.
There we go.
Fulfilling my destiny, yeah. I talk to God like what's next for me.
Yeah.
I'm just fulfilling my destiny. I'm just fulfilling my destiny. Yeah. I told y'all I'm a psycho. Ain't no telling what I might do. Yeah. Al put his hands around my throat, so I cut him off. That's what you give for stepping on my toes.
Oh, and that was the other thing. I didn't mention this the first time around. I noticed mentioning doubt almost like an entity, just like he's mentioned fear, just like he's mentioned, what was it, anger, when he was talking about the song about Johnny, which I don't know if we haven't hit that. We haven't touched on that yet, have we? Because I was about to say that wasn't Let You Down. I think that was covering kind of the relationship with his biological dad, I believe. But he mentions a song he's going to write about Johnny, like the name he uses for the stepdad, I think. So yeah, like I said, I might pause this. I might keep pausing this. This might be a really long video. Anyway, guys, doubt. Yeah. Okay. So we're talking about doubt is an entity, put his hands around my throat. So I cut him off. That's what you get for stepping on my toes. Dang, Nate's not playing around no more. He's not playing around.
My throat, so I cut him off. That's what you give for stepping on my toes. At the top of the key, that's an ISO. My career about to take off flight mode. You don't like where we're headed? What you sitting on my flight phone, huh? Yeah, they said wait until your time comes. Nope, time's up. You put in the album, got you thinking it's your birthday. Woo! Yeah, I'm full of surprises. A lot of pressure on the record, so you know I'm making diamonds. Tell me how would you define this? You witnessing the finest. Yeah, you never know what you can do until you try it. I've been working late nights like a Letterman. He ain't working anymore, well forget it then. Somebody get the sedatives. Too late, yeah, the light bulb's on from my head again. Weapons Edison from my adrenaline. Rushing through my veins like it's never did. Rugged is the body, man, if you ain't got the head with it. Since a kid I've been a pessimist. I like to focus on the negatives, oh Lord. what's next for me. I'm just fulfilling my destiny. Yeah, my pops told me he was proud. I don't think he knew what that meant to me. Yeah, you try to take advantage of me. Before you die, you'll be dead to me. Before you die, you'll be dead to me. Laugh when they question me. Y'all ain't no threat to me. Yeah, I'm just fulfilling my destiny. I'm just fulfilling my destiny. To the death of me. I'm just fulfilling my destiny. I'm just fulfilling my destiny. I'm just fulfilling my destiny. To the death of me. I'm just fulfilling my destiny. Hey, you know I keep it real honest, real topics. Ain't no way I will stop it. Chills watching everything that's going on around me. They wonder if I still got it. I'm still rhyming, just another day in paradise. Phil Collins, till you put your hands on me. Yeah, now we got a real problem. Pay homage, make comments. We in the same genre, but I can guarantee we don't put out the same product. Get away from me. There ain't nothing you can say to me. Try to run my name through the dirt, that's fine. I was made from it. You ain't made it till they printing shirts with your face on them. Outside trying to sell them at your shows, those are fake, dummy. This is something can't nobody ever take from me. No mistake on me. Take a blade to me, take a vein from me. Let me know what you get when you pull the DNA from me. Woo! No man.
I love this line here. I love it.
You never seen a passion that's even half this. I'm wreaking havoc. I think the fact that you think I'm average is kind of madness. So quit your nagging. You couldn't fathom it. I've imagined. Forget the mansion. I'm in the attic. It's pretty graphic, but had to happen. You don't see it, get your glasses. Forget the status. Yeah, I feel like we might be on the come up.
I promise I won't pause it again. I'll let it play out from here. But like, dang, that last bit in there of that last chord or that last verse, before we get to kind of this bridge part here, I want to memorize that. Like, I want to do that part. Like, it sounds so like such a satisfying line of like the syllables that he's put together. This might be the first NF song that I seriously sit down and try to remember by heart so that I can try to like, I'm not going to do it justice, but just be able to like sing it in the car, sing along to it. Man, that's really good. Oh,
Forget the mansion, I'm in the attic. It's pretty graphic, but had to happen. You don't see it, get your glasses. Forget the status. Yeah, I feel like we might be on the come up. Knew I was a problem, how I showed up. Did not have to sell out, but the show does. They asked me why I do it, so I told them. I'm just fulfilling my destiny. I'm just fulfilling my destiny. To the death of me. I'm just fulfilling my destiny. I'm just fulfilling my destiny. I'm just fulfilling my destiny. To the death of me. I'm just fulfilling my destiny. I'm just fulfilling my destiny.
I'm going to stop it there because we know how it terminates here. And this is the part that I really wanted to kind of hit on additionally that I mentioned before, that kind of came to mind. I'm going to leave it there on the screen for just a second before I go back to just the main camera. But to the death of me, I'm just fulfilling my destiny. And in my mind, that connects back to so many of the times where Nate has expressed that he doesn't necessarily enjoy this. Not like he enjoys writing, he enjoys music, he enjoys rap, he enjoys his craft, his art, but the notoriety, the fame, the attention, being in crowds, he's mentioned over and over and over again, kind of like, to the same tune of like a Bo Burnham. Like Bo Burnham has railed against fame consistently. And I mean, to a certain degree, I get how people think about it on the one hand of like, oh, poor pitiful me, I'm famous. But at the same time, I can see how you have something you love, you have a craft, you have an art, you have a passion that you love and that you want to keep it pure. You want to keep it fun. You want to be able to continue enjoying doing that thing. I'm going to go ahead and get this off here, go back to the camera. But if you do so well at that thing, then, or that you get a large following, that you get all this attention on you, just because you're really good at doing something does not necessarily mean that you want every eye on you at all times watching you do it. And I know like in the world that we've created, that's kind of the point of going into the arts or going into show business of some sort, whether you're singing, acting, whether you're writing or you're doing, like visual arts, whatever it might be, whatever discipline, it always does seem to be kind of that goal based on the way we've designed our culture. And I'm not saying somebody's up there pulling the strings, but the way that culture has progressed, there's really no greater goal than notoriety. in those disciplines. But again, it's one of those things where just because you're the kind of person that loves to create doesn't necessarily mean you're the kind of person that loves all the attention. And I feel like that's kind of where Nate finds himself split, because he's said before that he would leave behind all the attention, and that it makes him uncomfortable being in crowds. He feels like, we see an Outcast, the imagery of him feeling like he's locked in this cage, and you see him surrounded by all these fans that are outside. And then by the end of the song, it looks like they're all jammed in there with him, and they're coming in there to the cage and taking selfies with him throughout the song. And so he's evoked this imagery and this attitude that it's not all it's cracked up to be a lot of times. And so I think this really kind of wraps that all in a very interesting bow, because not only are we talking about his viewpoint that he's doing. Oh, it did end. I did record for over 40 minutes here, apparently. Do I have I'm going to leave it. We're not going to worry about it. We're almost done here. But I think this wraps it up in such a nice little bow, this concept of there's his destiny, and he knows what he's supposed to do. He knows what he's meant to do, but he's going back to God and saying, God, what's next for me? Is there something next? Is there something that's going to make this easier maybe? Is there something that's going to build this to the next level? What's next for me? And then he's also got this kind of mantra, this claim that, bring it up again real quick, to the death of me, I'm just fulfilling my destiny. I'm going to do this till I die. I'm not going to quit. I'm going to keep pushing forward. And so that's a really cool message. I think he landed this so well, the concept behind it, giving that flex track that he's so good at doing. I've said this in so many of these hype track, flex track type of things. He's so good at them because his lyrical flow, his ability to turn a phrase, it's really excellent. I love NF's lyrics. I'm going to stop yapping. This has been way long enough of a video for this little song. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Let's go ahead and end like I always do with a little bit of prayer. Lord, thank you again for a song that has us looking to you, and Nate is directly looking to you in this song, asking you, what is next? He understands your plan for him in the present. He understands his destiny, what he's been called to do, but he's also constantly, periodically looking to you, God, to say, what's next for me? May we all be in that attitude, Lord. I hope that we see a clear picture of what you have for us, a clear picture of what our destiny is, of what we're supposed to be going after. And if not, I pray that we have the wisdom. Give us the wisdom to come to you and ask you, what's next for me, God? What is next? What is my destiny? What is your plan for me? If there's anybody listening to this right now who hasn't even begun a relationship with their Creator through the sacrifice of his Son, Jesus Christ, I pray that you would touch their heart. I pray that they would seek your face, and I pray that they would find salvation at the foot of the cross. It's in your Son's precious name I pray all of this. Amen. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time.